Welcome back, and as we are starting the new year, it is of great importance to talk more about different means to cultivate optimism, and for sure we can do this. And of course, we need to follow some steps, and also we need to work more on putting or setting our goals. These goals must be achievable, realistic, and of course, over the phone, first of all, allow me to welcome our guest, Dr. Hanady, Ragaei, Professor of Human Development. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, dear. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and to all of our viewers. And Doctor, as I was just talking right now, it is very important to set goals when we start the new year, but the most important part is to make it more realistic and achievable, because otherwise we are not going to be optimistic at all.
Yes, exactly.
So tell us more about how can we do it, how can we work on this?
Okay, setting your goals with intentions and working towards those goals can be boost your overall emotional and physical well-being, while also building a strength and perseverance, because smart goals, and I mean with the smart goals, the specific, measurable, attainable, realistic and time-frame goals, help give the directions and guidance in a goal setting, measuring the progress and lead to better results for lasting chance and the bonuses, and also for a better mental health. So once we need to set a goal, we have to understand that without putting the conditions of a smart, these goals, it is actually we couldn't call it as a goal. So this will be, once you achieve it, it will be your achievement during a year or whatever the time frame for your goal.
Well, also, when we talk about negativity, usually we have some people around, and of course each one has such a kind of a person who is negative. So how can we avoid the negativity of others?
Okay, first of all, we have to focusing on the positive thinking. And the first step, you can, identify the areas to change. If you have some weaknesses or area of development, and then you're supposed to talk to yourself about where is the, we mentioned it as a green area. You're supposed to follow it. Also follow your health lifestyle. This is very important. Surround yourself with the positive people. Practice a positive self-talk. By the way, once you are talking in a positive way, the subconscious for everyone start, just gathering the positivity from your words. So I think the first step, we're supposed to stop talking with a negative vibes.
Well, talking about setting goals, also it is very, very important to work more on ourselves, to invest inside ourselves. And moving into another important part, to be more frank with ourselves, with our capabilities, and maybe there might be a chance to change some negative aspects in our personalities. Is this possible, to the changing of a person in behaviors, in attitudes, or anything in his life?
Yes, it is possible, especially for his daily, activities. And this needs, for example, we can meditate ourselves from 10 to 20 minutes a day, exercise 30 minutes a day. You can also spend 5 minutes visualization the positive outcome that you did daily. And again, we're supposed to take care about the health. And good sleeping also is making a positive energy for the human being on a daily basis. It is easy, but first we're supposed to talk to ourselves, because once you need to change your daily habits, it comes from yourself inside, from yourself, by just facing the problems that you have and then taking the steps one by one.
But also talking about changing the personality itself, is this possible? I mean, yes, of course, we are talking about attitudes or things or routine that we are following every day. But what about the personality, for example, being nervous or sometimes, for example, if I'm talking about we have children, we did not give them enough time. I mean, just recalculating or reconsidering our lifestyle in general.
Personality is changing. It takes a long time, little bit, frankly speaking.
But is it possible?
But it is possible, but it takes time. The human being has to believe that he has an issue. Once he believes that he has a problem or an issue or area of development, he has to believe also that this personality, for example, is hurting the people who is surrounding you. So the issue is that sometimes, the person is ignoring this, that he has a problem in his personality. For example, you are very nervous, you are, talkative. Sometimes the people who are literally, they are very negative talking, so he has to check the people they are getting away from him or her. So once he believes and admits that he has an issue in his personality, yes, he can change it, but it will take time.
Also, time management is also very important, and I believe many of us actually lacks this concept of time management.
Yes, it is. You're supposed to put a strategy for this. By steps, first of all, know how you spend your time, what I'm doing all the day, set prioritization, and then put planning tool. If after I know what I'm doing during the day, and then I have to prioritize my topics or my issues, planning, put the plan how you're going to complete these issues. Because, by the way, once we are not completing our tasks or goals, that makes a depression. And then you're supposed to organize these topics or objectives that you need to make it. And we can delegate by asking the people to help. Also, we have to stop procrastinating. And then we supposed to give me time every day. The person has to give me time every day. Whatever makes you happy and enjoying, give it to yourself. Beginning of the day, end of the day, and I do prefer that to be at the end of the day after completing our task. I know it's a little bit hard due to the work responsibilities, but we have to manage it.
Well, doctor, maybe the exact word, I lost it right now, but I'm talking about something that sometimes when we put our schedule, we don't take into consideration anything that might come up. So usually it is going to be a condensed schedule or timetable. How far is it important to give some time in between, so because definitely if something in the very beginning were not or was not fulfilled, for example, you will find the repercussions following the whole day or in other achievements.
Okay, first of all, everyone, he knows his capabilities. And all the people deep inside, you know your strengths and weaknesses. So once you are putting the plan for the day, please do not exaggerate that I can do this and this and this. And then after that, at the end of the day, you are not achieving anything, and that makes you depressed. So that's why we don't start with baby steps. So I will do this first, and we can little bit or gradually to increase these capabilities by putting more tasks on yourself after you are, sure that you're gonna complete this task, even if it is a very small task. But once you're gonna achieve this task, that makes you happy, what is the task. But please, we have to understand that these days, which is 24 hours, we have to work, and we have a part for as we mentioned, health. And sleeping, it's a very important part in our day. We have to sleep because that makes, like you are charging your mobile, you're supposed to charge your mind as well. So once the people who are not sleeping well, sometimes I hear the surrounding people, they are sleeping 2 or 3 hours a day, and this is not enough. Makes you under stress, and your decisions is not correct completely, and then we are going to the same box that you are not achieving your goals. So that's why we're supposed to put plan, even if it's a small objective to achieve it.
So I can say here that it is very important also to celebrate even very small achievements, but just this can help a lot in motivating ourselves.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
So many people miss this point actually. So how can we work on it as well? I mean, sometimes we write down many of our goals, we write down our schedule, but again it is very, very important to take notes or just to put it to-do list in front of us and to enjoy that you achieved something or you were able at least to carry out at least 80% of what you have to carry during the day.
Okay, let's start it with new year, new growth, nurturing a positive mindset, okay? So it is a new year and a new growth. I have to first start with myself. We can, I mean, it's not must to write them on a paper, but just you can sit with yourself and start with yourself, putting your challenges and what is your strength point, and then keep on always the feedback, giving a specific feedback on something that you can improve. Also, identify the challenge and help guide. You can ask people about help and guidance. That will be, talking to yourself, it's very, very healthy, by the way. So I need to put the challenges that I need to for example, we need to lose weight. Maybe most of the females in Egypt now, they are looking for losing weight. And this is a target, by the way. We can use this, eating a healthy food. If you are talking to yourself by this way, it will be very positively and they will achieve what they are looking for.
So maybe now you tackled another important part that many people usually, not usually, but so far they are really talking to themselves and just all of a sudden they consider it that something wrong is going on. So now you say that this is healthy.
It's very healthy. Once you are talking to yourself, by the way, me is my best friend. If you're talking to yourself in this way, you are the only person knows the truth. You are the only person knows the weaknesses and the strengths. And you're supposed to put your dream. You have to have a vision to achieve it. Because once we are talking in organizations, what is the vision? It is a dream. So no one can live without having a dream. So so that you're supposed to talk to yourself. And this is my objective. This is what I need to achieve during, for example, short term. Let's put the objectives on a short term. 3 months, I have to do this. And start with the baby steps. It will be very positive effect on your personality.
Well, as long as we are talking about new year, new goals, also I will take into consideration our children. And definitely if we are talking about ourselves and how to relieve or just slow down with the stress and pressure that we have on us, we are also putting this on our children, whether we, of course we are moving into times of exams, quizzes, they have training, they have, actually time management will be very, very important to them. And also when we follow a schedule with our children, it is very important to give them some rest in between. And it's not about a schedule that it's time for eating and then you have to hurry up, finish your homework, or you have a quiz and you have to hurry up because you have a training. All these things, definitely after some or after quite a time, they will start suffering and they will be frustrated and they won't be able to achieve.
Yes, exactly. The human being brain cannot focusing more than 40 minutes. Okay? So what we are doing with children, our children or our kids, just study, 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 and we are keep giving them orders. By the way, Mrs. Mommy, let's say that, Miss Mom, Mr. Dad, You are you are not helping your kids. They are sitting physically in front of you on the desk, opening the books or whatever they are studying from where, but the brain is not there. So I suggest that every 40 minutes or at least 1 hour, just leave the book, leave the desk, move around. You can drink hot things, but we're supposed to not drink the stuff that makes you sleepy. Eating vegetables and fruits, it will be very helpful for them. But let them to have a break, sleep little bit, and then come back. This will be very much achievable for them. But just keep them in front of you, studying or sitting on the desk. Unfortunately, they are here physically only, but the brain is totally suffering.
Also, away from the children, let's move into females in general, especially. I will not only talk about working women, but I'll talk in general, because even if they are housewives, actually, we have to admit that they are working more because they have many duties all the day, and then they have their kids, and then they have preparations when their kids are back from school. So talking about this part in particular, sometimes this, after a while, you make you feel more frustrated that you cannot achieve or progress in any way. And definitely this will be transferred into people around.
By the way, housewives or mommies that they are not working, as you mentioned, they are talking more and more. They are working, I mean, more and more. Frustrating coming from routine. They keep to take care about the home work, and then the kids coming back. So she has to have also me time with herself. She has to choose whatever makes her happy. She's supposed to do it during the day. Following up their kids and their responsibilities and homework, and then give yourself me time also. I mean, for only 30 minutes or 1 hour is enough for her during the day. She can also make me time after finishing the home responsibilities before the kids coming back, and she can stay alone, reading book, listening to music, watching a movies, make her happy. Because the stress is there, we have to believe in this, especially during the exams. But we have to talk to ourselves and said, this is only a duration and it will be finished. It's not all the life we have an exam. So you can motivate yourself. I have 2 weeks, my kids, they will complete the exams and then we will have a break. This is what I mean by talking to yourself.
Right, Dr. Hanady Ragaei, Professor of Human Development, thank you very much for joining us. Right, moving on to a quick break, then we'll be back.